Ladies and gentlemen, a warm round of applause for our final speaker of the SAM event, Mr. Kevin Rogers.
Thank you. Thanks. All right. Thank you very much. Let's keep it going one more time for all the guys, huh? Ryan Lee, Andrew Locke, and Chris Farrell. You guys feeling all right? I know your brain's like swollen right now. You're just going, come, let it end. God, let it end. But this is going to be great. Here's the deal. The last guy, Mitch, awesome, right? Mensa member. High school dropout. So we're going to relate, okay? This is going to be really simple because I'm not that smart. I call this the 1-minute conversion perversion with me, Kevin Rogers. All right. Here's what I'm going to teach you in the next 20 minutes. 3 things that have to happen for you to convert visitors to your site. Everybody here's got a website, right? Everybody here drives traffic to it, and everybody here needs to convert those people to either just become subscribers or to buy something. That's our number one goal. It's what we're all doing here. That's what I'm going to teach you. Those 3 things are get attention, make a connection, and inspire action, right? And they all have to happen in about 60 seconds. So I'm going to tell you how to tell your story in 60 seconds. Does everybody here agree that you have a story to tell? Yeah? Okay, everybody's got a story, right? We're all of an age where we have a lot of good stories, but sometimes it's really hard to choose which story to tell, let alone tell it in 60 seconds. That's a hard thing to do, all right? So first, I want to tell a little of my story just briefly so you know why I'm qualified to give you this. So let's start with an early picture of me. Started about 42 years ago. Same hair. All right. I was going to put my face in there. I thought that would have been fun. But that's it, man. Every one of us started out that way, right? That's it. So, everybody has a story to tell. We got from there to here. Somehow. A lot of shit happened along the way. So I'm going to tell you how to get that across. So why are we all here in effing Utah right now? Why did we get on planes? Snowing crazy outside right now. Why did we all get on a plane, leave the comfort of our coffee makers and our slippers and our little Skyping dens and everything that makes us feel safe and comfortable to come and mix in the flesh with other weird and strange and funny smelling people who very well may mean us harm? Why are we all in this room together? Why did we get here? By the way, I know the sacrifices we all make to come here. It's real, right? My wife texted this to me about 2 hours ago. It's a note from my daughter. She stuck it on my door while I'm away. I love you, Dad, and I miss you so much too, Dad. Love, Angelina. Sweet, right? She's 20, so don't apply, but... But it's touching. I mean, That's why we're here. We're here because 1 or 3 of these guys mean something to all of us, right? If these guys had a law firm, it'd be called Know, Like, and Trust, which would be sort of an oxymoron for a law firm. But so everything we've all talked about here, a lot of speakers have given you like big theory and everything we all agree that we need to be doing and applying, but what is know, like, and trust? Like, that's what it really comes down to. How do we get people to feel like they know us, hopefully like us, and at least be able to trust us? By the way, like is optional. You don't have to have like. Like how many people here really like Dan Kennedy? Like think like you'd love to sit and hang out with him. Anybody want to drive across country with Dan Kennedy? I don't. But I trust the hell out of him. And we all know him, that's for sure. I've bought a lot of his stuff and will pretty much buy whatever he puts out because he's brilliant. So like is optional. You can still be yourself. But these guys both have it all in spades. And what's not to like? All these big personalities. You got Andrew Locke. So simple. Help, my business sucks. Help me. I love, by the way, did you see he's got volume 1 and 2 of Help, My Business Sucks. if you've graduated to volume 2 and your business still sucks, you have some questions to ask yourself beyond what. Then you got Ryan Lee. You know, Ryan Lee. He's a good guy. He's from Brooklyn. I can't really do a Ryan Lee accent. It's a little harder. So I do De Niro as Ryan Lee. That's who would play him. But then there's Chris Farrell. Chris Farrell, everybody, who you just want to hug. He's like, I always wanted to have a room full of pillows in my house. Just a room where you'd go in there when the stress of the day gets to you. You just take off all your clothes and you hop in the pillows and you just lie there. And you just float away. Nothing ever bothers Chris Farrell. I just want to try to piss off Chris Farrell someday. Like, what would it take to piss him off? He'd find, you know what, that's my fault. You know, waitress comes over, like drops all the, I should not have had my chair positioned like this. I'm sorry. I love wearing food. No, you didn't know. I should have worn a bib. I should have worn a bib. He should have worn a bib. He should have worn a bib. A bib matters. Help, this food sucks. And Chris, you know, Andrew would give like the practical advice. Andrew, look, I have to think of like some queen or something. Andrew, look, help, my business sucks. If you're not winning, you're losing. And then Ryan would say, yeah, don't be a loser. You don't want to lose, right? Chris would say, nobody's really losing. Nobody's really. We're not losing, we're just enjoying the view from behind. This freaking guy, I tell you, I don't know. All right. So I'm going to teach you in a second how to create your you in 60 seconds. So these are the 3 things we got to accomplish to get people to convert on a page. Attention, connection, that's what equals action. Okay. Start with attention. The element of surprise. This is a great way to get people's attention because, as you know, we got like, people say 6 seconds. I don't even know, man. Like 2 seconds. When people come to your page, you got to grab them immediately. Before you can even start to think about telling them your story, you got to make them go, what? So a good way to do that is to show them something they're familiar with and give it a twist. Right? That tells a story right there, doesn't it? Drunk ass hamster. I got to give credit. That's out of Mental Floss magazine, by the way. Brilliant graphic. I love that. You may be hearing this term a lot. Everybody heard the term pattern interrupt? Pattern interrupt. Everybody loves this term. Drives me nuts. I think it's annoying. Because all it really is the element of surprise. But it's really what it is. It just means take what people are used to or you know, what they expect to see and interrupt that pattern. This is a guy who's using a platypus to sell traffic. A platypus. So you see that headline. How would you like to have unlimited traffic to your website on autopilot and pay close attention as I make some outrageous promise? And this is a platypus and his name is Peter. That's how the video starts. A little hard not to watch and find out how the heck are you going to make a platypus pay off for me to get traffic to my website? I don't know. This site is called, what has it been, Millionaire? Thank you, millionairesociety.com. I don't know about the product. I've never seen it, but this guy has paid out $7 million in affiliate commissions. What? He's earned a couple of dollars. So pattern interrupts are very powerful. Okay, so now that you got their attention, you got to make the connection. Here's where we get back to KLT, the know, like, and trust. KLT sandwich. My bad, that's a BLT. There it is. Okay. What's am I a pickle now? Am I a pickle? Yes, what am I, chief? You fucking mayonnaise. I love it being a sandwich. I consider myself a tomato. Okay, so here's my KLT hook formula. This is where you want to go. Write your notes. This is a 4-part formula that anybody in here can use to tell your story in 60 seconds or less. And not just one story, but we all have multiple stories that could apply to whatever you're selling. The story you tell is the one that's going to help you sell. There's the formula. Identity, struggle, discovery, result. Really simple stuff. Identity, struggle, discovery, result. Here's mine as a copywriting consultant. Hi, I'm Kevin Rogers. I spent years as a dead broke stand-up comedian until I discovered how a simple joke formula can be used as an irresistible sales hook and began teaching marketers how to use it to boost their sales and grow their businesses. Now I'm one of the most in-demand product launch consultants online, earning up to $40,000 per session. 100% true, 60 seconds or less. So let's just go through it real quick so I identify all the pieces for you, okay? I'm Kevin Rogers. Struggle is spent years as a dead broke stand-up comedian. Doesn't have to be long or complicated. Doesn't matter why I was broke. Was I good? Did I suck? Do I want to justify that I was good? I just wasn't good at business? Doesn't matter. They just need to know that I was broke. That's what really matters. Stand-up comic adds a little bit of interest to it. You don't meet a lot of those every day. Here's the discovery. Discovered how a simple joke formula can be used as an irresistible sales hook. That kind of makes sense, but you want to know what it is, right? And began teaching marketers how to use it to boost their sales and grow their businesses. The result? Now I'm one of the most in-demand product launch consultants online, earning up to $40,000 per session. Okay, great. So that's what works for what I do every day. Excuse me while I get some water. Now, what about other niches, though? Because we've all, like I said, got lots of stories, right? Everybody's got lots of stories. I was very close to death less than 7 years ago. I got a blood infection, and we didn't know what it was for months. I had a quack doctor at the time, and he completely misdiagnosed it and only fueled the infection, and I really finally went down, and they brought me. I was almost dead. So that's a story that could be really long. There's some really funny parts of that story, but I got to get it in 60 seconds. So if I want to go into the natural health market, right, I can tell that story and make it very relevant. I'm Kevin Rogers. 6 years ago, a blood infection I contracted during a routine dental cleaning left me close to death. A heart surgeon saved my life, but the drugs they put me on were killing me all over again. Then I found a natural solution that helped me get into the best shape of my life and dump dangerous and expensive prescription drugs forever, right? Pretty good hook, nice and clean. You'd be interested? Dog training. Just got a dog for the first time in my life about 6-8 months ago. I'm Kevin Rogers. As a first-time dog owner, I was sure I'd done all the research I needed to before we brought home Jessie. But 2 ruined carpets, 6 pairs of chewed shoes, and 1 crying neighbor child later, true story, I discovered it's not crying, it's just saying hello to the dog. I discovered there's a secret to training puppies that most books and articles never even hint at. 2 weeks after learning this amazing secret, Jessie is the pride of our family and the envy of the dog park. Pretty amazing. If you have a dog and you know they're hard to train, so boom. Okay, great. So, okay, now I want to use, actually ahead of time, this is great. So, as I've sat here and wanted to teach, do you like the hook so far? Good? Is this helpful to you? Okay, good. This is my friend Chin Dong over here. Chin, say hello. Do you remember we met Chin the first day he asked a question? Yeah? Brand new to marketing, right? You're here just absorbing all this stuff. Is your ears bleeding yet? This is a lot for you, right? All over. He's a really talented digital artist. He does these beautiful science fiction illustrations. I went to your website last night. I was really impressed. It's beautiful, motion art. So I spent 5 minutes talking to Dong Chin and said, let me help you write your KLT just to give an example to the crowd, okay? So we had to spend a few minutes deciding what it would be because it's important to be honest, just like Ryan was saying a minute ago. You don't have to lie to anybody. You don't have to, fake it till you make it isn't necessary. As long as you have something of value to give to the people who come to your website, That's all you need. And then you can frame this hook right around that. So what we decided was he's got these shortcuts for Photoshop processes that artists, it's tedious. It's things that you have to sit there and it takes up a bunch of time. And he has made, would you call them actions? Or plugins? They're shortcuts, basically, right? So he's...
Brushes.
What is it?
It's called custom brushes.
Custom brushes, okay. That's more than I knew at the time, so, but that's all good. So, there are these actions that help, it's really reduced his time. And he's a freelancer. He gets paid to create, bless you, or is it, yeah, Mormon thing. Okay, so digital artist. So hi, I'm Dong Chen. I'm a freelance motion design artist, and my specialty is science fiction illustration. All we need to know. In freelancing, time is money, and I was wasting too much of it with traditional Photoshop processes. Then I discovered a new way to eliminate the most tedious Photoshop tasks we all hate doing and shave hours off of each project. Now I finish projects faster, get paid better, and my art has come to life like never before. Right? Pretty simple. That's yours, of course, if it's helpful to you. We all, I think, were pretty compelled by Rhonda's story earlier, huh? She was amazing. That was an amazing moment. You could have heard a pin drop in here when she revealed that story. What if she had to get it in 60 seconds? Hi, I'm Rhonda Britton. I became an orphan at the age of 14 after witnessing my parents' violent murder-suicide. You going anywhere after that? That traumatic event caused me to live in fear and self-abuse into adulthood. Then I discovered a way to overcome my emotional fears and take back control of my life. Since then, I've helped countless people do the same by appearing as a guest on Oprah, writing 4 national best-selling books, and through my own reality TV show called Starting Over. All right? Nice, clean version of that. You'd want to know more. So I use those 2 examples to show that no matter how little experience you think you have, or even if you feel like you're stretching to have something to offer, or you've lived and overcome amazing tribulations and written 4 books and appeared on Oprah, the hook is the same. The formula works for everybody, okay? And then action, the most important thing. Never forget to tell people exactly what they do, or they'll sit there and do nothing. They'll go, wow, that was interesting, and go about their way. They'll go back to Facebook. So then all you have to say at the end is, if you'd like to discover the simple secret for yourself, click the button. I'm under time. Let's leave it that way. Thank you very much. I'm Kevin Rogers. Right. I'll just give the website.
Wow.
Coming under, baby, right?
You're not out of time. We're just looking forward to Sam 3. We're building up to
There you go.
There
Very
you go,
positive.
you see?
Keep him with it.
Kevin Rogers, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks, man.
Wait, Kevin, you still had 3 minutes left.
I know.
Guys, he still has 3 minutes left. Does anyone want to do a quick...
I was trying to be merciful.
Oh, should we just do a quick question?
That was brilliant, by the way, and I do not sound like that.
No, you don't at all. You don't at all. It's not.
But your impression of Chris was spot on.
Yeah, thank you.
I was literally crying.
How did you know about my room full of pillows?
It's obvious just looking at you.
Yeah, it's all on YouTube, isn't it?
Something you'd enjoy.
Maybe should we do maybe time for just one question?
Sure.
All
This
right.
is brilliant.
Question up there, right here. Robbie. So the question is, would
Yes.
you use that
That's a
exact
great
same
question.
copy for a video?
Absolutely, and you could do it either with slides if you don't want to appear on video, or you could appear on video. And my quick tip for video is don't script it, because who was saying before about seeming human? I think it was Mike Hill.
Real.
Said,
Yeah.
if you screw up a little, it's okay, but bullet it out. Practice it a few times. Don't sound overly polished, but know what you want to say.
Good advice.
Okay, let's do one more question. Question here in the front? Is there a question, or are you just scratching your chest? Question. Zach. Said, do you tour with your comedy?
No, thank you. No, I gave it up a long time ago, but you see, it's been building up. It's pent up.
It's still there.
So
thought it was
we'll see what
brilliant.
happens.
Still got it.
Does anyone have a copywriting question? I'll ask you. Does any more questions for Kevin?
Yeah.
Question over there.
Shout it out.
What was the last action, call to action? What did you say?
Basically, if you'd like to learn this simple secret yourself, click the button right now. And if you're giving it away, make sure you add for free or at no charge. And then make sure you tell people they got to click the button. You got to tell them what to do.
Here's my question that people ask a lot. Is there a good formula you use to find a headline, to come up with that big headline? Because your stuff really isn't even talking about a headline. It's just
right. Exactly. Although this can work sort of as a headline. But the best advice I can give you on headlines, number one mistake people make is they write them first. Because anybody ever hears is that the headline's responsible
80%.
Right. And so believe me, if you've done all the work you need to do to get your message right and get your product good, the headline is just kind of fly out of you, okay? Look at the headline I showed on your guys' site. You were not relying on that headline to sell the product.
No.
The headline on that page I showed of these three guys was what? It was the video, it was the image, it was these three guys. That's why you were going to pay attention. So your headline needs to be look, your headline has one job, and that's to get the next line of copy read,
Right.
or to get the play button on your video pushed. It's not to sell the product. Never try to close the deal with your headline. That's a killer.
I'll ask you one more question.
Very good advice.
Last one. Right now, the big trend is video sales letters. And if you guys, just literally a video as a sales letter, where do you see everything going? Do you see long traditional copy making a comeback? Do you see sales videos the way to go? What's your thought?
Yeah. Well, I'll say this. If you take any great sales video and have it transcribed, which you could actually do really cheap. There's probably apps that do it now. And then read it. What you'll see is a great sales letter. Whether it's short form, long form. Most full sales videos are about 20 minutes or so. That's probably about 2,500 words. So it starts with the sales letter. Learn the principles of a great sales pitch in print that have not changed through all these mediums. Once you master those, that's your script.
Let's give you a plug. If someone wants to learn more about, do you have copywriting courses now? Do you have any?
We teach, but mostly we're just so busy with clients. But
Yeah.
we,
What's
we,
the best
we
site
love
for
to
them to
teach.
reach you?
It's the Conversion Kings and the name master right here. Who gave us that name?
I do like coming
See,
up with
I
names.
told you about
I
names.
did come out with
He's
names.
got the
It's
best
amazing,
names,
isn't
yeah.
it?
I have to admit, I do like coming up with names. I remember that call.
TheConversionKings.com and /Sam.
You've still got it.
If you want to see that video, I'll show you another video of me showing you the KLT hook.
Awesome. Again, if you
Very
guys are
good.
I'm sorry?
The Conversion Kings.
TheConversionKings.com /Sam.
I will tell you, if you guys are ready at the point of your business and you have the funds to hire like a professional copywriter, I personally, for our recent sales video for our supplement company, we hired Kevin. He is not the least expensive. You're not going to find him on Fiverr, but I will tell you.
There will be a couple meetings within your company before you decide.
We've tripled our money back already, so I highly recommend him. And as you can see, good guy, really carrying the stuff you did right off
Yeah,
on the
that was
fly.
brilliant.
Awesome.
Absolutely
So again,
brilliant.
ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Rogers.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thanks a lot. Really good. Really good. Yeah.
Enjoy the pillows.
I'll see you there later, Kevin.
What was that? All right. So as we
He did
wrap
better.
up,
He's made me sound like John Travolta. Hey, oh.
I thought it was spot on. As we wrap up,
Son of a
this,
bitch.
I will get this sentence out if
Yes,
it kills me.
yes.
A couple of things we need to take care of in wrapping up. The first thing is we have a handout. Can we have the handout? Yes, there it is again. Do we have handouts?
Do we have a handout?
I guess we don't have. We've handed out music, but no handouts.
Can you ask the hander-outers to do the handing out at this
The
point?
Sammys at the back.
Otherwise, it just doesn't work
Well,
with the music and no handouts.
Well,
Just us standing
people just
here
love the music.
awkwardly.
They're happy to hear the music.
Yeah.
Next year, we're going to have 21
You know,
minutes of
why
the
don't we do
handout
this?
music.
How about we do, I don't know, 5 minutes speed Q&A.
Sure, let's do that.
You guys
Let's
want a
do
little
that.
5-minute speed Q&A? Because I heard people talking before
They love the
about
Q&A.
how much they like my feedback
Yeah.
on the
Well,
Q&A.
not so much yours, but yeah.
All right, let's do quick. While we're going to hand things out, quick. Any question, business, marketing, all the way in the back? I can't see who that is. Okay.
Hi,
Jeff,
Ryan.
that's
It's Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
Jeff,
My question is about a form of social media that hasn't been talked about, and that is websites like Kickstarter. What do you guys
Okay.
think of that?
You want to?
And how do you use it well?
I've never used Kickstarter, and I only like to really give advice on stuff I've actually used. Kickstarter, that's the site where you get funding for your projects. Is that the site?
Right.
Yeah,
You
okay.
ask for money and you sell them
right.
product, or you're not giving away any interest in your company.
Yeah, I haven't used that.
I haven't used it. But in terms of general social media, there are a lot of these niche sites appearing. And so my advice as a generalization is not all social media sites are applicable or useful to every type of business. There are some that lend themselves better to certain types of businesses. So, just because they exist doesn't mean that you should have a presence on there and be active on there. Choose the ones that you're going to get the most traction for your business. Even Facebook is not for everybody. I think Mike mentioned that, a couple other people.
Yeah,
So,
I recommend just picking the 1 or 2 platforms that you like, that you're comfortable with, because what happens is there's new things coming out every single day, and you're never going to be able to keep up.
Right.
And then you start spreading yourself
It's
thin.
impossible.
And you're like, oh my God, I need
Yep.
to be here, I need to be on Digger. And then what happens, you have 18 profiles, you never have anything on there. It looks
Yeah.
deserted. So,
So
pick.
be selective.
Be,
yeah.
be selective, and just be that, like, Chris just shows you could make like a 7-figure income just concentrating on Facebook as there's enough people just there.
I have
You
to
don't
say,
need-
though, where Kickstarter is positioning itself is excellent. This is where the web is going, this peer-to-peer lending, this kind of sharing with anonymous people.
Yeah, it's a cool idea.
It's a great idea. It's
Prosper
just that none
is
of us
another
have
one.
used it. so-
Prosper's a good one.
Okay, another question. Trish, you have? Oh wait, she's got a mic over there.
Hey, it's Dr. Mike.
Dr. Mike.
Dr. Mike.
What's your prediction of the internet marketing industry for 2013?
Wow.
For 2013, we still have some more to go.
Here's the thing. I mean, you obviously know a lot more about us, having been at this event now. In terms of the audience here, I believe that, and in talking to other marketers, here's something I know for a fact is that the guys who were very successful 5 years ago, most of them are struggling, right?
We know it for a fact.
For a fact. Most of them are saying, the $1,500 product launches or higher are nowhere near as effective. In fact, they're really not doing well at all. So my personal belief as to reason why that is not just because of the recession, because people are smart and they can only be burned so many times. There's been so many product launches in the internet marketing world. Each one of them proclaims to be, this is the thing that you need to solve all your business problems. And of course it's not. Yes, it may have value. Yes, it may be a tool that can be useful, but it's not the magic bullet. And the problem has been that it's been positioned as the magic bullet, and people get fed up with that, and they know that they can't trust it. So
Yeah.
my prediction is that things are going to continue to move away from the big product launches. I think membership sites are going to be even more popular over the next few years. And I do believe that there will be a filtering, as we've already started to see. There are sites out there that just list people who are scamming others. And this is the way the internet's going. So there's much more awareness now of who the good guys are, who the guys are that haven't been delivering value. Yeah. And that's causing a filtering.
And I think there's always going to be a market for, on the one end of the spectrum, the real scammy, hypey, make $2 million and you're under it because it's so appealing. So I think people are still going to buy that.
Of course.
But I think it's going to be less and less. And my personal mission now is to put all them out of business. Is to make, we become kind of the forefront. No, seriously. Is to show people the right way to do it so they become so ridiculous. You're like, why the hell would I buy with these guys? So I think you're going to keep seeing a dip and dip and dip, and it's going to get, unless you're doing it right, and not just internet marketing, I really think every industry, because all this stuff has filtered out to every industry.
Yeah, internet marketing is kind of ahead of, or that's the leading edge, so the other industries tend to follow.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right.
The IM, I think it's dying.
Yeah, to follow on from that, I think to answer your question, Dr. Mike, 2013, I think we're going to see everybody's reputation is almost going to be like your capital, just like we all have a credit score, and at the moment that's kind of really how we're judged. I can see us having like a reputation score now, and we will be judged upon our reputation. Everybody will almost have a sliding scale. This is sort of where the web is going. It used to be a few years ago you'd search for something, we'd all see the same results. Now we search for something, we're seeing different results depending on who searches. The results are being ranked in order of friends that have commented, friends that have shared the results. So everything is going reputation-based. I expect, and I think we'll hear terms like the reputation economy and your reputation score more and more. And people will live and die by their reputation online. First thing I always say to people before they buy anything from myself, is just Google me. We can now Google people. We have this wonderful tool where we can check people out. You can't hide anymore. It's so transparent. So
And more people are learning to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing to think about is I just lost my train of thought. But yes.
Don't you hate it when that happens?
I freaking hate when that happens.
It was
It will come back to you. You were thinking about the pillows, weren't you?
I was thinking about
Maybe later.
The room full of pillows.
Yeah, well, you're only
it just
human.
got me excited.
No, that's, I mean, you know, and obviously we have that's our kind of take on it. But I think what is a fact is that people are, the reputations are more public, and it's going that way. So
Yeah.
I think it's inevitable that people will be more cautious. And certainly in this economy too, people are more careful how they spend their money. Whereas in the past, you know, funds were perhaps easier. They wouldn't think twice about buying a more expensive product. Now they're evaluating that more carefully and doing research.
Yeah, and I will tell you, if you want to, just quickly, if you look at us as examples, right, in the different markets that we've been able to build really successful businesses without relying on tricks, with, you know, people saying, you know, how do you build 4,000 links, and how do you do this, and how do you do these different things? And it's like, what I think it was Brian Grasso was saying, just start with the why.
Yeah.
And and you had said also, Chris, in your talk, it's simple. It's not always easy, but it really is simple. And they're always like, what's the answer? Like, oh, it can't be that it can't be that simple. But it really, truly is.
Yeah.
And I know we keep saying over and over and over, like give, but it is. I mean,
Well, look at
Absolutely,
Kevin just now.
huh?
Kevin Rogers, our last speaker. What a perfect example of giving.
Yeah.
You know, he's come here as a speaker and wrote copy for Don and Gail as well.
and you don't think that's going to come back? You don't think that eventually there's going to be a couple people in this room that are going to hire Kevin for, you know, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 for a sale?
But he obviously didn't do it for that
Exactly,
reason.
but I'm saying
Absolutely.
it comes back.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah,
but if he would have tried to do the pitch,
Yeah.
the hard
Right.
pitch, run to the back of the room, he would have got some buyers. But it leaves you with that kind of
Right, and online, that's why squeeze pages are less effective than they have been in the past.
Yeah.
I think Mike mentioned that. The opposite of a squeeze page is to say, here, take some stuff
Give
for
the
free
value, yeah.
because I want to prove to you that I have good stuff.
The
And if you
reverse
like
squeeze.
it, I know you're going to come back.
Yeah. Should we just do one more question? It's 5:50. Do we have time for one
We don't
more?
have time.
We don't have time.
Sorry.
You have no more answers.
All right, so, but with the feedback forms, the evaluation forms, you've obviously got the speaker postcards. This is a more general information. There's also some questions on there. We'd love to get your comments. We're going to give you 2 minutes just to make a few notes there, and we'll collect those, and then we're going to
and then wrap it up with a big group hug. Right fast. Should we just wrap up and then they can keep writing?
Okay.
All right, we
we
can cut the
appreciate
music.
that. Please hand those forms in as
And you can
leave.
keep writing if you need to keep writing because feedback is important.
Yeah, as you leave the theatre, and also with your postcards with the words circled, we appreciate that. In closing, we do need to clear the theatre as soon as we finish up here. The reason is because we need that quick turnaround time to set up our amazing 80s group for this evening. Of course, you're all welcome to join us. It's going to be lots of fun.
gonna be fun.
The doors open at 7.
7 o'clock.
But can we have your cooperation in vacating the theatre as soon as we close?
Yeah, network outside. Go grab a quick
Yeah.
dinner. Wait, one more thing. The bookstore will be closing, so we're not going to reopen it. So if you guys want to purchase any books, products, go to the bookstore now and get
Now's
that
the
done.
time.
And also, if you haven't yet left a testimonial, we're going to be filming for about 10 more minutes in the lobby. We'd love to grab your thoughts of what you thought about Sam. We'll be doing that in the lobby in a few moments' time.
We appreciate that. And it just remains for us to thank, if you could bear with us just for a moment, to thank
Just
those
before
of
you go.
those of there were so many people involved in this event. I was totting up the numbers. Over 40 people were involved in making this event possible.
And we're going to bring them each up for a 5-minute speech.
No. First of all, I want to
Since
mention
10.
the sponsors, Infusionsoft, ClickBank, Headsets.com, Selby Marketing. We really appreciate their support. Our speakers who flew in from all over the world, thank you so much.
And by the way, speakers paid their own way to be here.
They did.
They did it just to
They
come.
are givers.
They're not allowed to pitch, not allowed to sell. They paid their own
Thank
airfare,
you, speakers.
hotel. So speakers.
Yeah. Thank you.
They really did.
We also want to thank our amazing musical performers. Wasn't that awesome?
Yes.
Did you enjoy the music?
Didn't that add a different dynamic?
It did.
Yep.
Our theatre staff, John, Max, Sam, Peter, and Randy, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Our production crew, Larry, Michael, Mike, Warren, Neil, and Ray, thank you guys very much. Woo! They did a great job. And last but not least, we want to bring up our core staff on the team. Please come up.
Come on, Steph.
Woo!
Oh, look at the standing.
Now, it is important to recognize these guys and girls because it's kind of a cliche, but it is true that this event absolutely would not be possible without not only
Thank you all.
Who is that? Do you even know her?
Sorry.
Chris,
Sorry. Someone came over me.
public display.
Wow.
Woo!
Okay.
Tastes like pillows.
I told you before, no fraternizing.
Sorry.
No, in all seriousness, it's not just the work they do, it's how they do it. I'm sure you've seen that over the last two days. So I want to acknowledge them all. From this side, Anthony.
Yes.
Thank you, Anthony. Who was looking after our stage up here.
How are you doing?
Frida Farrell. Woo!
Ah, now you see.
Who was looking after our musical performers. And Frida, as you may have guessed, was also a double as Candy in Lockley and Farrell.
She was the waitress. Ah.
It's going to be Andrew.
By the
but
way,
Andrew's legs.
we had such fun with Candy, the waitress, in the Lockley Farrell because we never knew what she was going to do. And every episode,
Welcome to my world.
She did something completely different. It was absolutely hilarious. We have Trisha. Trisha looked after our registration. She was here, there, and everywhere in Park City in Utah and getting things and like an amazing
love you,
runner.
Trisha.
And thank you so much for
We love you,
everything.
Trisha.
The best in the business. Cecilia managed all of our speakers, herding them and getting their presentations and all that good stuff. She did an amazing job, kept everyone to time. Woo! Including us.
Yes.
Which is no easy task, let me tell you that. We have Amber here, and Amber assisted Lucy. She was also the manager of our bookstore outside, and always a friendly face. And last but by no means least, my other half, who held literally everything together. She, every day for the last however months, she's had lists and lists and lists and lists of things to do. Everything was done perfectly. Lucy Locke!
Should we hug as well?
Oh,
Should we hug as well? Give me a hug.
I thought I would make it through. All right.
You almost made it through without crying.
Give out 150 hugs on your way out. From all of us, we'll see you tonight. We're going to have great fun. Thank you for
guys
being
for
there.
Back here at 7
Thank
o'clock.
you.
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
Thank you. Music, please.
All right, play the get out of here music. We'll see you later.